shapes. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back. New and you have subscribe. Ever I go right now. Captain America. So good, so good. Oh, and it's our shops there. But we went to how? Bitches be crazy.
That's your back, Jack. Bitches be crazy.
What? Really fell.
What do you think? She's an idiot just because you changed the sign? Like, right. Oh, yeah, totally. Look at my back, Jack. Sheldon always has the most elaborately craziest plans, and it's just like, you're like, there's a simpler way of just doing this, but okay. He's got to plan it perfect. The lie must be solid as another one.
The lie must be solid.
Yeah. Listen, all he had to do was break up with her. Even if he did do it through email, which is terrible. But he think he's gonna hide from her and do everything by doing everything like change phone number and change your email and change the address number on the building and shit. Like, then he tried to tell her to say some bullshit story and things to get rid of her. And all she did is just go to the door and said, Sheldon's not here. She's like, okay, and left. Well, Sheldon, you always overthink these things. You ain't gotta be elaborate.
You know he's special.
Maybe y'all did, because maybe that's what everybody's catching. Bolo with the common cold, that sounds terrible.
That does sound careful. That does sound terrible.
Yeah, I'm walking out immediately. Nothing against her. She might be a cool person, just not my vibe. I'm sorry, you ain't go home after the gym and stuff and shower at least? Change? Just come out on a date? Then you just walk in, take the little napkin thing, wipe your pits and shit. Obviously, you needed that shower.
Oh boy.
What the?
Incredibly awesome.
Isn't she a pit? No. But I think you were getting close to what she is.
Oh. That movie was awesome. What?
Huh?
Is it I'm awesome?
Yes.
I know.
You are so awesome.
Like,
And he gotta go all the way back to the side. I forgot how OCD you can be sometimes.
it's OCD.
He's basically doing a fancy way of counting down the steps and stuff, but he's naming like different elements in a sense. But you know, sometimes we're kids who are walking down something, we might count 1, 2, 3, 4, count the steps. So basically, he's walking down steps. He gets almost to the end. He had like 5 more steps. He said, "Oh darn, that's wrong." Went all the way back to the top.
Wait, how many?
Steps. He's counting them as he's saying the elements and stuff.
Oh.
He got to the last 5. He had to go back to the top because he said, "Oh darn, that's wrong." I'm like, oh gosh, that's like Monk. That dude's like serious OCDs. There were times where they tried it and stuff, like give a handshake, and he's just sitting there worried, like I must hand sanitize. Don't do it, don't do it. I'm like, OCD ass motherfucker, just get the hand sanitizer. You know you want to. I could be wrong now,
But I
but
don't.
I don't think so.
That's your favorite show.
Honestly, I'm glad I watched it later in life because that's one of the few things where it's like I could not have appreciated it as a kid. I'm pretty sure, but as I'm older, I could. Like Cosby, Different World, yeah, I loved it as a kid. I love it now, but I feel like Monk wouldn't have been completely my vibe, and it would have took me a lot to get into it.
Are you sure?
It depends on the age, because like really little, all I was into is cartoons, like most kids. But sometimes you can get into live stuff. But when I was like 8 and stuff and things, I'm pretty sure it was just non-stop cartoons. Probably didn't watch too much of live anything.
What about if you were in like high school, college? High school, college?
College and stuff, of course. That's different. I'm older. That's way older. You should have said at least high school. You said
Oh,
college.
high
Like,
school.
I'm older, yeah. But I'm talking about back when I was like 8 and stuff. Like, it was heavy years for cartoons and stuff. Because Monk's old, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, live action stuff. I watch Cosby's. If you were watching stuff like the Cosby's and stuff and things around that time, you also might not have. Maybe you would have. But I'm just saying, like, as I seen it, you gotta watch it to judge for yourself. I don't know if you watched it when you were younger, but if not, if you watch it now,
I think I watched 1 or 2 episodes of Monk, but
that's
I
what I'm
don't.
saying. I only think that I could appreciate it as I'm older now than I was younger. There are just some shows that when we were kids, you might have looked at it like that's an adult show. I don't really care for that or didn't want to watch it. You know, and the parents love it. You know, like with grandmas and stuff and things, and they still do it. All my children and shit and things, General Hospital, all that shit and things, and soap opera shit. I don't know. No 8-year-old me could get into that. I could watch it now. I'm not saying it's my favorite thing, but I could watch it now because it's an 8-year-old now. That's what I'm saying. Put yourself in the 8-year-old please, and other stuff. Think about what you were doing at the time. All you was probably watching was Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon like me, and maybe the Cosby's or something that came on. Those are the channels we messed with. You know what I'm saying? I probably might not have gotten into Monk much. Yeah, Monk was 2002, so yeah, that would have been about 10 years old.
Goodness.
Yeah, that was around the time we probably was heavily watching like Cyber Chase, Chalk Zone was new, Golden Kids Next Door. When I think about those, yeah, that's all I was watching at the time. I wouldn't have been in like Monk. And again, if I look at it older me, I can appreciate some of the jokes and stuff and the things and the weirdness. I have to think about young me. Young me is not going to understand some of this stuff and think like that or figure that out. Shit, there was a point when Disney was new and there was always a Disney Channel movie every Friday and stuff and things. I was completely set on a schedule of like what channel I watch, what I watch, when I watch it. I knew how to flip from one channel to the next. Because it was real easy. Like, usually on most days, if it's before 12 o'clock, I had to watch, like, Nickelodeon or something. Because I could watch Rugrats, Cat Doll, all that in the morning perfectly. Cartoon Network wasn't that good in the morning.
Oh.
But in the afternoon, it got a little bit better. That's when you started to get Curse of Coyote Dolls, Scooby-Doo, and things coming on. They came on later. So I usually watch Nickelodeon or something, or Cosby's or some shit. Like Cosby's was a great thing to watch in the morning, especially if you're up at like 7 or 8. That's what's on that early. So watch some Cosby's, switch over to Nickelodeon, then switch to Cartoon Network. Boom. I always had a schedule. Saturdays, I always was up, turned to channel 7 or whatever, watch Jetix, or watch Fox, whatever they did. They changed that name like 6 times. Seriously. That shit was Jetix, that shit was Fox Kids. I think Fox Kids was first.
False Kids was. You think False Kids was first?
Yeah. Yeah, so it was Fox Kids, then it became Fox Box, and then it was like 4 Kids TV. I remember that, and then yeah, it became Jetix. Remember this little silver thing and stuff, maybe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No, with the
Jetix,
horns.
and then
Yeah.
remember Fox Kids on the other
Yeah.
side right there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fox Kids. That's what I'm saying. It used to be Fox Kids, Fox Box, then it became Jetix and stuff and things at the end. That's what it was. I guess you didn't realize it, but you realize it now. Like
Yeah.
Jetix used to be Fox Box, Fox Kids and stuff. It was changing the name every year. It confused me too for a second. I was like, I thought this was Fox Kids. The fuck did this become? Okay. And I know it started becoming Jetix, and that was the last thing I remember. But now I think about it, I'm like, oh yes. It was also Fox Kids for a while. And lots of things do changes to the name or the symbols and icon. WB changes their thing like 20, 30 times. WB logo's been changed like 10, 20 times.
See, told you.
That's just what happens. But it used to be Jetix. I used to know the lineup and I used to have to watch stuff in a certain way. And then for the late afternoon, like maybe around like sometimes 6, but definitely by like 7, 7:30, you switch to Disney Channel, especially on Friday. Because the new Disney Channel movie was coming at what time, Easy? 8 p.m.
Yeah.
every Friday. So you get over to Disney Channel by 8 p.m. So like you probably already had that too in a natural sense, but my entire schedule sometimes was just kind of planned out with shows and stuff. And I was heavily into those things and stuff, so Monk would have been a little outside the boxy for me. I wasn't in as many live action shows back then when I was young. And then as I got older, some of them I got into, but it just depends on what I was exposed to. There was a time where my college years around that, either during it or after, but around that time, so like young 20-year-old me, almost mid-20s, something like that. I was in an apartment and all I had is basic cable. This was still before streaming services became very popular, so this is of course way before Disney Plus, HBO, even Hulu was still kind of new. Netflix might have been around, but like it was new. Streaming services were new. We gotta remember, we're the test generation. Everything is literally through our generations right now. And that happens to other generations too about different stuff. But when it comes to technology, that's our generation. Because we're there before technology became everything. And we're here now in our junior years when technology is starting to become everything. And by the time we're old people and we're gone, technology is going to be controlling the world completely. We were before cell phones, basically. Like, was in everybody's hands. Now, every kid has a cell phone. Every kid. One kid might not have cell phones because they got that parent that just doesn't agree that, like, your kid should have a phone, or they're on punishment, but most of them do it even for security reasons because they're just paranoid. I mean, it's because of the news. It's always all these school shootings and stuff and things, but it's always somewhere in the South. It's not like it's in Jersey a lot, but I'm saying can't happen and it doesn't. But we just deal with more adversity and other things, so we don't have that small town problem. We all around each other, so we got hate and everything else. But the kids, they go through so much shit. Ain't nobody got no time for no school shootings.
Oh.
They're more likely to shoot each other and stuff, selling drugs on the corner or something. That's where you got to keep your kids off of. And that's what pisses me off. Because some things, and that's a new piss off. Not something I've thought about before. So I love to have the fact that I have a new idea right there. I don't like the fact that a lot of parents will give their kids phones and stuff sometimes and won't take away as a punishment. Or anything because, one, most school shootings don't happen up here, but if it does happen, sure, it would be nice they have it. But the school is going to protect you. They're going to call somebody. You're going to be fine. Your kid can't call you even if they're hiding away from somebody. They can text you maybe, but if you're keeping the lights off and stuff and things, you don't want your phone lighting up. So it makes no sense. 2, students are usually never supposed to be alone with any single adult in any kind of private area. So, since that generally will not happen, and they're all in the school building and things, that is another reason that your kid does not need their phone. If you need to pick up your kid, you have to go through the office before you go get your kid anyway. You still have no reason to keep a phone. There's no real reason for anybody to keep a phone. And there aren't even a lot of stories where a student, I mean, maybe there's something, I'll take a look, but I never heard of any kind of inspirational story, something where like a student having their phone in school in 6th grade or something, or 5th grade, it saved their life. I'm just not gonna believe that. 96% of Forester vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on. You don't think in all those other school shootings kids have their phone or not and things? Anybody say, oh, thank God they had a phone or something? No, you're going to hear on the news, you're going to get a call, you're going to go down there still anyway. There's no point in having a phone. Now, as an adult, sure, you in a big ass store like Home Depot, you might need to be able to, you might be on the other side of the store. You could make that call to 911 and shit on your phone and call them and get them there. That's great. But there are phones in every classroom, so you can't say that if a kid was out that he doesn't need it. And secondly, since it's the year 2025, if one kid doesn't have a phone, there's a good chance another one has a phone. Oh. So your excuse to give your kid the phone or something for safety and stuff and things is honestly, sure, it's your personal choice, but it's straight up bullshit. You can excuse anything else, but I look at stuff factually and I'm very good at it. And it's easier because I'm not putting the emotional sense to it, which makes it harder if you have kids. If I had kids, that might become more difficult for me because the learning will start to blur for me because I'm gonna want better for my kids. One of these factors is early stage non-small cell lung cancer. But because you have kids, you have that weakness. You always put that little bit of emotion, even when you try to push yourself to the side. You always have that empathy for your kids. To help prevent your lung cancer from coming back. Whether if it's for comfort or safety, even if it's confusing. Because you always, sometimes you just react before you even know. If you see something strange with your kids, you ready to sometimes knock somebody out and ask questions later. You know, that's why that phrase exists. You know, sometimes you gotta ask questions later. Some people don't want to ask questions first. You know, confusion, memory problems, persistent names, and ask questions later. Muscle cramps, fever, rash, itching, or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including persistent problems. It's just bullshit excuse, honestly. And the other thing is, it's not that they can't have them. It's just when they're in school, they shouldn't be using it. Like, you know your kids on social media and stuff. You know they're texting somebody else about to get them into a fight in the school. You know you want them to study or get A's, and they ain't gonna be able to do it not paying attention. Then they supposed to do that not paying attention on their phone. If that's the case, put your kids in school. That's the problem. Some parents don't even realize that, and I'll tell them that. You know why? Because for some of y'all, usually that's just daycare. It's just somewhere to put your kids because you got work and things and can't do anything else. I'm not condoning that you don't put your kids in school, but it also sounds like, and you may not realize that yourself, that you are condoning that school is stupid. There's a lot of people, especially when we get older, we do wonder sometimes, like, what's the point of math and stuff? I've heard from plenty of students, by the time they get to high school, they like, what am I gonna need fractions for? Oh. You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna need quadratic formulas for? I'm like, yeah, unless you're a mathematician or something and things, yeah. Even a carpenter, you should know how to do like 3/4 and stuff, a little bit of that and things, because you do have to a bit with measurements and stuff. But that's if you're in a trade. If you just want to go work at McDonald's or something and things, or retail, you're like, go ahead. But the other thing you gotta understand is, unless you're gonna change things, the world is the way it is. You need to figure out how you're gonna survive in it. If you want to be one of those crazy people that lives in the forest, off the grid, without touching the internet and everything, cook your own food, you can do that potentially. That's an option. If you're going to work your way up as a career and want to spend 30 years till you master yourself up to something, you can do that. But you could also just spend 4 years in school and you could get to that step you want it a lot faster. Now, if school really isn't for you, like it's hard, I get it. If you made it through high school and we can push on and do some stuff, sure. I'm honestly not gonna knock you. But if it's just more like you don't like school, that's the stupidest reason ever, especially when you tell them, and when I even experienced it myself, college is different. One, you're your own person and adult. If you don't want to show up for classes, you don't have to. technically for some classes, they don't even grade you on attendance or anything. If they do, it's like 5% of your grade. You could literally just study all the work on your own and just do the exam. I've done it for some classes. I'm like, I have no need to go. If it's not gonna harm my grade and I know the material, I'm good. You're your own adult. If you're in the middle of class and you gotta go to the bathroom, you ain't gotta raise your hand and do nothing. You just get up and go to the bathroom. There's no gym class because you're adults. You can decide on your health at your own point. You can have one class a day. You can have 2 classes a day. You have 3 classes a day. You can choose classes that are just once a week. They might be like 4 hours long, but that's because you're doing it once a week. And then usually if it splits down to more days, it cuts their class in time. So let's say you do that same class, but you choose the 2 days a week version. So it might be Tuesday and Thursday. The class might be like an hour and 45 minutes. So instead of 4 hours, you can do an hour and 45 minutes. Because they still have to try and teach you the amount of material, so you don't get the best option. Because it'd be nice if it was 1 day a week for like an hour and 45. But how would you learn the same amount of material? So that's why, of course, if you choose less days, you get longer classes. I used to always have a mix, just so I would like have that free time here and there. Sometimes I would just have all my Fridays off. But yeah, or you could choose that same class, because some classes they have like 3 or 4 different teachers, 3 different classes and stuff and things, so you could get options. So they don't know that sometimes too. It's not structured like how you are in high school and middle school and things. It's not you go here for 8 hours between 7 or 8 o'clock and you get there at 10. This isn't you ride on the bus. You can live on the campus. You can commute, you whatever. You are adult. You're in a car probably, or will get one. This is college parties and stuff and things, which are awesome. So if you do okay in school, I'd say go for it, because all of the problems with school that you don't like is not something you're going to have to experience there. Even an adult, you can smoke at that point. Since some of these now high schoolers and middle schoolers all vaping and other stuff, at this point you're an adult. Go ahead, you can smoke all you like. I don't know. Think about it. What's all the problems with people going to college? What was the problems with you going to college? Why wouldn't you want to go to college? Why wouldn't most people want to go to college after high school? A lot of people feel like, yo, I'm done with school. Because no one likes school. No one likes homework.
Maybe because it was hard.
Yeah, that's what I said. If it's too hard and you can't put the effort in, I might understand that more. You just still need to find a different path and do what you want to do and put the work in. You can't take the shortcut of education and stuff and things because you just didn't put that in. And in this society the way it is, until you change it, that's the way it is. But what else? They usually like people they be done with school. They don't want to do it. They get tired of what? Probably getting up at 6 or 7 o'clock, right? That's a problem people have. They're in college. You could have all night classes. You can have your class at 2 o'clock for an hour, and then your next class is until like 7. Like your classes don't have to be back to back. They don't have to be on the same days. You get whatever you want. There's even some professors who only have a Saturday class or lecture. And then you also have online classes. So you don't have to even go anywhere. You can be in your underwear and shit and things. Like if you don't feel like getting up and you're that lazy, if you can handle just getting on your computer for like an hour doing the work, you good.
Stage of your nicotine addiction study going?
Elective courses, going to great places and vacations. Now the other reason is the hardest. That one is still something that I push debate. The cost. That is always something, even on the shows, movies we watch, you know, that like people worry about the cost. You know, without scholarships and, you know, rich parents. You know, how are you going to pay for college? Or in some cases, like with the Huxtables, since we've been talking about the Cosbys, you know, the niece leaving college.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes kids have the payments, they just don't want to do it. Like, you want to quit? What? After all that money we spent? What's wrong with you?
Oh.
I know. I'm still learning to control it.
I'm still learning to control it.
Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Because she's your friend and she did a nice job. I'm sure she'd like to hear it.
Alright.
Alright.
didn't mean now. Hello? Yeah, you want a cigarette? Why like a normal boyfriend? Deal with it.
Huh.
She said, you want a cigarette? Well, I like a normal boyfriend. I don't care with that.
You mean to shut the door so you can do your knocking thing?
You mean you shut the door so you can do your knocking thing?
No, I didn't start yet. It's fine.
Okay. So what do you need?
I
He
didn't
had
start
to think about it though. He was like,
Yo.
no, I didn't start it. So, I'm good.
It's okay if you didn't start. If you didn't start it, but if
He
you already.
You gotta finish it for sure. That's all OCD is though. When you starting, you have to. He's like Monk. And with the having to touch every pole and shit he passes and stuff, and tree shit. Just gotta.
He did that?
He catches it.
Really?
Yes, you were very natural in front of the camera.
He had to touch every pole?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that episode with you.
It's all episodes, not like all episodes, but every episode. He just does it. You gotta watch it. Like, you gotta actually consider watching. You'll see. He's got a list of OCDs and problems, but you're gonna see the top ones very quickly. There's so many. And then he's super high maintenance, which is annoying in general, whether it's a man or a woman. When you get into someone that's high maintenance, you gotta be high maintenance yourself a bit. Or you have to be completely submissive. It's the only way for those kind of relationships to work sometimes. Anything in the middle is not gonna work. You gotta be high maintenance,
Sheldon, that's very
or you
rude.
gotta be
Tell
very
Joe
submissive.
the right thing to do is reciprocate by going to
Nothing in the middle will work for those people. They are their own kind of breed. Not too many rules, too many particulars. I mean, did you see the roommate test fucking people had to do just to get in to live with Sheldon? And then all the weirdos who called him a weirdo and had to leave?
Denny? Oh, yeah, much better.
Oh yeah, much better.
What?
Amy
See?
pointed out to me
Yeah, they did.
since you did something nice for me, I'm obligated to do something nice for you.
He's obligated.
Yes, I'll go to your Doby club.
What the heck is all these octopus legs going on for? Roar.
More rules. Where does it stop?
Oh dang, he did that on purpose.
I want to go
You did.
because I have to want to go.
What are they dancing?
You know what I want. Do whatever I want.
Oh, I'm in China. This the yellow blossoms.
All right. I don't want to, but at least
Oh, why did I slow down? Dang, this is get me every time.
Oh, yes,
Here comes the octopuses. Oh, I went down. How did I go down?
down.
Don't tease me.
Huh?
Don't tease me. I didn't. Oh, okay. Oh. I thought I was safe. Then there was no more. Dang, I need speed for this thing.
Alright, you need some speed in it.
How do you sleep at night?
All night long.
So I sleep.
Ah. Okay, I'm still in. Oh, come on. Okay.
You'll want to close your delivery apps because
Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh. I said woo-hoo.
Color sonic like L'Oreal, automatic coloring brush. The color mixes itself.
Wow.
All I have to do is brush it on. And
I don't want to play this game.
tip, or you can just do the roots. Is this a game changer or what?
Oh, do I have to do this? What the? No, I don't want to do this.
You do want to do this.
Okay.
Wait, do this, Deja.
Check out my new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra.
Dun, 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 dun. Wait, how did I get in first? I felt like I was just in third.
Because I teleported you.
That's what you chose to ask him?
I had other things planned.
Ask how to get up to
Because
$1,000
you're a
off
speed
the new
racer.
Samsung Galaxy
Go speed racer, go speed racer.
Chill, remember how it goes.
Here in Gloucester Township, we honor the service and sacrifice of our veterans. I'm Mayor Dave Mayer, and I'm here to ensure no veteran feels forgotten or unsupported. The Veterans Affairs Office is here to navigate benefits.
Dun, 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 dun.
To every veteran veteran and
Easy,
family
you got
member
the chalk.
I got the
don't
chop.
hesitate to
Who's
reach
got
out.
the chalk?
Whoa, that was so close.
Chalk. Together, we'll build a stronger veterans
When
community
did jaw come off?
in Gloucester Township.
It's time to
Yeah.
Skin ball.
What?
My socks came off.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Did you do something?
Yep, it just came off.
Yeah, they do have a mind of its own.
Yep.
What the heck?
Sometimes I just be laying there chilling, I don't know. Just wrinkling themselves up. What the fuck? Where are you going?
Did you see it? Did you witness it going slowly coming off?
I just freaking come to the realization later on, like, what the hell? When did those come off? Finally looking down and like, hey, what the heck? We clipped this city.
And I'm in first. I'm in first.
Now, be the first to get my toes back in their sleeves.
What the heck?
Ow. Sorry.
Why are you saying sorry? It's them.
Yeah,
Did your owner say he wanted your sock off? Did your owner say you wanted a sock off? No. Is your owner? Is it inside out? Does it feel inside out? Does the lines mean it's out?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. Scratch me. Your foot, the edge of your foot is something. Oh. Hey, did I shock you?
Hi. I don't know if you remember me, but I was here the other night at your party. Oh.
Dead dogs. Dead.
Yeah.
You're the one?
Yeah, it's her.
That guy you blew off happens to be my best friend. It was devastating.
Sorry. Can you just give him
I like
Hey,
her.
stop it, girl.
Yeah. I love her raising hope.
Raj is a proud, passionate man. If you go running out on him again, you're only gonna get like 3 or 4 more chances before you are history.
You're only getting like 3 or 4 more chances.
I did it again.
She came back. This is good news. You should celebrate. I don't want to celebrate.
And look at the edges before you put them on. That way you see if it's an inside knot or if the material flips are different. That's what you got there.
We could have
Where you
a
do
dance
that.
party.
Thank you.
No, there's no left foot, right foot thing, right? You can put them on and switch to swatching.
Yeah, but over time they kind of try to bend a little bit into like the shape. I mean, it's not like our toes go straight across. They do kind of tilt, so I'm imagining that if you had a really lean your foot for some reason, that your socks probably would get like that a lot more.
Oh.
But you can switch them, and that's just how it's supposed to be. Unless you have an OCD about it. Then, that's
No idea about it?
yes. Like
You
left
can get
has to
an
be left
OCD?
and right is right. You can have OCD about practically anything. It's an obsessive compulsion. Sometimes there's no known reason. Sometimes it's a head trauma or something thing. And there's some kind of psychological exposure. There are more normal ones and things that we understand, like germophobia is kind of an OCD in the sense of like it's the germs, and you do usually develop in like OCD behaviors such as constantly using hand sanitizer or avoiding touching people. Things that can cause you to have erratic behaviors and sometimes splurge out just because things aren't right. It's only because of my emotional lacking in control and my depersonalization that I can keep my OCDs in control. It's kind of weird when you have dueling conditions.
Yo, how did that dragon stop me? Sorry, I was listening. Sorry. And just by sitting here, okay. Note to self. Gonna stay away from the dragons. How is that possible? They're fat.
They're bigger to roll all over you with.
Yeah. How they're big. How can you avoid them?
I don't know. I have to see to be able to understand that. heck is going on?
Can we go now? Is that all of it?
Like, don't touch him. Yo, you did all that. I had trouble getting to those dragons. They just keep on doing that, and as soon as I touched it, and they stopped me, and I had to do it again.
Just have it on the other side.
I tried, but then there's those those red blow up things in the middle of the road. A track.
Well, they go on one side or the other, and they also go up and down. You just have to be able to catch it. It was simple. It was just right there and available, but I also would have just gone out of the angle you see here.
Would you like to come in?
No, I can't stay.
May. It's
Nay.
March.
Nay.
June.
Nay.
July.
Nay.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
Nay.
Now we're doing months now? January.
Nay.
January.
Can you at least tell me what
Nay.
January.
Nay.
I can take anything.
Shut up.
Nay. Now watch me whip.
With
Now watch me
name? September.
October.
It's just, I kind of have a hard time around people I don't know.
Then what were you doing at the comic book store that night?
Oh, there's October. Thank you.
I force myself into situations that I'm not comfortable.
March.
I saw the
Ah.
department store window and made myself go in.
Oh, July.
Yeah, me neither.
What reason?
Oh, there's August. February. There's February.
You don't want to be
There's May.
I'm kind of broken.
That's great. I'm broken too.
No, you're not.
Oh, I totally am. If it wasn't for this beer, I couldn't even talk.
How can I not find my
There are many things seriously.
November, and there it is.
And not quirks either. Like dying.
December. Now find April.
Maybe bring that issue.
April. Sorry.
How do I know you're
Oh,
not
there it
saying
is.
that?
June.
Go out with me on
Oh,
Monday,
there it is.
and I promise you will see.
I found all of them. I found all of them. Oh yeah, I did. I thought I did. Yeah. These were seconds.
That, boys and girls, is how it's done.
Okay, where are we now?
Nice stuff, nothing.
Why did it start as soon as I moved?
Because they were picking on you. That's what they was picking on you.
I feel like they are. Man, I am stuffed. I am feeling my belly like. Ugh. I thought I wasn't gonna finish the candy. Ate a couple pieces and it was like I'm not gonna finish it. I thought Hawk was gonna come and stop him.
I know what you mean though. Like I did feel like that would have been awesome. I knew it wasn't, but I had that feeling at the moment you're talking about. Like that would have been awesome. It was like a small moment where like he could have just stepped up and it would have been like, oh. Yeah.
It's like,
But I was like, nah, this ain't his shit right now. This not. How we gonna do this?
and Bruce the way Bruce is now. It's like I don't know what. Does he have the same strength as if he went full Hawk?
Not necessarily. Most of his strength technically still comes from his anger. I mean, that's true about a lot of different gifts and things. The only problem is anger can make you stupid. You should be using strategy. But when you're strong as him, generally that doesn't matter. Like bulletproof and things. Not gods, I would say. No. Oh. The gorge. That looks looks interesting.
The gorge?
Yeah,
Oh, snap.
it's on Apple TV. We do still have Apple TV, you know that.
How do we have it still if we don't have?
Hmm?
I mean, it's for free?
Yeah.
is proud to manage. It's like
Even if we don't.
every step of the way.
I'm sorry. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and that's Anna Taylor-Joy. She's playing that girl Casa. She's in this too. William Houston's in there.
Stay in the know. Your doctors, together.
The Gorge.
The gorge.
They should look like the Gorge.
How do you sleep at night? On a
On a
mattress?
mattress.
So I sleep.
All right.
At the President's Day sale, get a free adjustable base with select Sealy beds.
Oh, no, no.
Sleep at night.
Now here's a little
Where is Heart? There it is. Okay. I'm starting to feel like I'm becoming my mom now when it comes to the word searches. I'm like, when I was little, I used to think, how does she do this fast? All she does is like look in the middle and then like focus, and, like not even realize it, and then there it is. She find it. Like then she's done.
You love her very much, don't you?
What?
You have great capacity.
Okay, Daisy.
You'll be lonely when she passes on.
I get it, you're crazy.
I'm not crazy.
I understand.
Don't say I'm crazy. Take it back.
Okay. Take it back.
When did they get to the point about streetcars?
When I was a very young girl. When I was 16 years old, I made the discovery. Love. All at once, much, much too completely. It's like you suddenly turned a blinding light on something that had always been half a shadow. That's how it struck the world for me. But I was unlucky. Deluded.
She's remarkable. She really is.
Our Penny's a star.
How can she remember all those
Sweet should be on here.
As a waitress, she can't remember no tomato on my hamburger.
Yo.
And this is the benefits of being a genius, not in something like science, but a genius in psychology and philosophy. That is simple, my friend. You're an idiot and can't understand that. You have no emotional capacity. Understanding people and stuff is not going to be a forte. You can't calculate that variables and numbers because it requires doing studies that you don't care for and personal studies, which you take no interest in anyone really outside of yourself.
How can you, as a theoretical physicist, not care about this? Maybe it's because I'm not an elitist.
Oh, Jesus.
How does this gravity wave breakthrough help the man on the street? You know? Who's looking out for Joe's six-pack and all his quantum physics concerns?
Oh my God, you're jealous.
Why would I be jealous?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because the origin of the universe just got proven. The Higgs field just got proven, and you've been working on string theory for the last 20 years, and you're no closer to proving it than when you started.
You have an eidetic memory, basically. You'll remember everything regardless. That includes things you don't want to remember.
Excuse me, fellas.
However, other people are used to using their selective memories and other things, unfortunately. Remembering sometimes things that are more pleasurable or important. See that
I think that's me. I feel like that's me.
Why would you do that? You're a street
Yeah,
physicist as
except
well.
except I gotta figure out specifically like your subtype and stuff and things, because there are things you do like, but for some reason you jump the gun and you don't know anything really about it.
Do you think he's right?
Like on a higher level, sure, descendants and stuff for the most part, if I ask you about Disney shit or something, you pretty much got it. Even if it takes you a small moment to think about certain things, you can pretty much get it. However, when it comes to other personal things, stuff even recent, like if it just happened this morning, you may have forgotten. For some reason, something is keeping you from being able to pay attention enough to the world around you. confidence to be able to be out there. No more force. Yeah, well, you can figure out force times mass and everything else, but the main, you know that since you're the require mechanics for force, if you can't fight against force, then yeah, you can also judge that force.
More calcium, less sugar, fewer calories. Almond breeze. Delicious choice.
So to fail either way. That's a flex, and that's a flex. It's just capping.
I'm capping.
To the looter.
Toodaloo.
Banzai.
How did that happen?
Banzai.
Banzai.
Oh yeah, I want to see that new Karate Kid. That's for damn sure.
A new Karate Kid?
Both Karate Kids. The worlds are merging.
Constipation. It's so gentle.
You okay?
Recommend it during pregnancy and after surgery.
Oh, I'm going through it. I'm going through. And then I'm underwater. And then like, I'm not underwater. Well, I think I'm underwater, but then I'm floating in the air.
Hell yeah, always those games and stuff it makes. It's because the game wasn't designed. It's like old school games back in the 90s and 80s, but also like where they used to have hidden levels behind a false wall or something and things.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. The game is basically poorly designed. It's old school like that, and then when you happen to fall off and things, it just kills you off. It's like the old Spider-Man games. They didn't bother making a street and stuff, so if you fell off from a web swinging up above, you just fell into this green mysterious void, and then you appear back on the roof of the building. Yeah, you had to always web swing. But now they make the game where you can go to the floor and everything and just get yourself back up.
Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like reactions may occur.
Just bust the move.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
Okay. They call me Mr. Peas now.
Cheers, man.
Can you blow my whistle, baby? Baby, let me know. I'll show you how. Start slow. You just put your lips together and follow your flow. Show baby.
Here we go.
Couldn't sleep.
I told you those Walking Dead pillowcases were a bad idea.
No, that's not it.
Something bothering you?
Yes, you wouldn't understand.
Oh, come on, try me.
Alright. I've devoted the prime of my life to string theory and its quest for the compactification of extra dimensions. I've got nothing to show for it. I feel like a fool.
Okay, I get it. Not all the jibber jabber in the middle, but I know what it's like to put your heart and soul into something and get nothing out of it.
You mean your acting career?
Yes, Sheldon.
Your relationship with Will?
Yes.
No.
Your failed attempt to go back to college?
No!
Chill.
See, you and string theory sound like a relationship, and I know what it's like to be in one and realize it's never going to turn out the way you want.
I sent Leonard and you said no.
What?
Well, what do you do?
You have to have the courage to end the relationship. Now, break it off, shake hands, walk away.
I don't know if I can do that.
I know it's hard, buddy, but in the end, that's how you grow.
Break it off, shake it off, and shake it. Walk away. Walk away!
Break it off, shake hands.
Break it off, shake hands, walk away.
How's dating going?
Kind of hit a bump. When I was honest and told Emily she wasn't the only person I was seeing, it went great. So I tried to say they were loose. And she had mixed feelings.
And I wasn't so high to them. I'm going underground. Underground! Underground!
She fell off. She jumped off the bridge. She jumped out a window.
She jumped out a window. Yo, how can anybody make that? Yeah.
I can do it.
You can do it?
Oh. It's really good.
Fire.
That's just a doodle of a hyperlipid response surface.
AI.
Is that the basis of your postdoc fellowship?
Just seems so elegant.
Oh, did you do the application?
A simple country boy seduced by a big city
I
theory.
started downloading my W2. And then,
It'll be okay. I know. As hard as this is, I have to move on.
this was not a big rush. It's already late, so I need to.
Entities and get nothing in return. I have needs too.
Okay. I'm looking at 2 names.
So, you and Emily still together?
Oh,
So, she's free tomorrow night. Oh, okay, great. But if we're really gonna do a double date, then we have to go with some documents and whatever. Like, but it turns out she's.
I thought that was a letter. Oh my god.
She's very real. That's what it says on the box.
That's what it says on the book.
Dishwasher herself. See, this is exactly the kind of thing I'm worried about you saying in front of. I promise I'll be on my best friend.
Sex place?
Oh yeah, you kept messing up. Should have gave it to me sooner. That reminds me back when my brother used to do that. I was one of those families, unfortunately, where the like little sibling had asked the older sibling for help with the games or toys and stuff. My brother used to get mad at me. And back then, kids in the 90s and early 2000s, we were bratty. I wasn't, but my brother was one of them. So he would he'd be one of those ones that slam the controller when he's mad. So it's like, god damn, it's not
That was
breaking
my brother.
controller. Yeah, your brother seems like he was probably the type. Him and my brother are similar too, like Leos. I'm like, you definitely a Leo brother.
I think it's a real. Is it real? No,
In the summer?
October.
Oh, yeah, October.
No.
He's still. But listen.
Libra. Who's Libra?
He used to always, but sometimes I would help him out, but sometimes I'd be like, listen, man, this was still me in my lazy prime, so, I was always still lazy. Listen, mastering lazy has been my thing. Okay, them commercials that in that, listen, I've been mastering lazy and everything since 19 something, listen, alright? Can't tell me I ain't done it professionally. I already know to put the effort in so to be lazy. People understand that. Used to the lazy bums that just sit around and do nothing completely. Nah, they don't know what they doing. You gotta be lazy so other things don't be work and shit in days.
You could do yourself first and then be lazy.
Or you're gonna be on the streets and then you gotta move or hustle and do shit. Now you put yourself in more work.
Oh.
I do things and stay out of prison and other stuff too because I ain't got time for somebody to tell me when to wake up, when to be in bed and dealing with shit. And I ain't gotta keep worrying about Bob trying to be my girlfriend or something, so I'm not trying to do that.
You said Bob? Why you use Bob?
Yeah, I just go whatever name pops out of my mouth when I use examples. That's what came out. What?
What?
She's right, I'm too hot.
She's right.
I don't want you walking around like sex on a stick. She's right, I'm too hot.
Watch out for those TNT. Okay, am I a gamer now? No?
Yeah, no, that Paul.
You know that, man, you're that.
Hey guys, I just want to rub up.
Passing through you. Oh, that's why I didn't say bye-bye, sucker, right there. I felt it coming. I felt it coming.
I mean, it depends, but it's a little difficult. The general term of it and stuff and things, and of course it expands, is it spreads to a lot of the things, but
Oh.
anybody that plays like interactive games, any kind of video games, including phone games, tabletop games, card games, that shit, like D&D and stuff. But it's about more of like spending your extended time in it. Kind of like an alcoholic. Like even if you drink once a week, you're not an alcoholic. Usually that's reserved for people who can't stop drinking, or drink every day, or go to work drunk. Those are things that are problematic and bad signs. Because every job has a drug policy. Even if your job don't care, they still have a drug policy because it's a federal thing. It just means your job don't care and technically you're breaking the law. Or and Chris, when he was at the OC, drinking all the time and things and stuff, not supposed to be doing that, but you know, boss didn't care. They didn't care.
Oh no.
Yeah. When Brian was there, he was drinking right with him. When I was working with OCs, me and Chris was always going there drunk and high and things. Even if we ain't come in together, we was like, nigga, you right? Yeah, what you drink last night? I was fucked up. Yeah, I know. Just woke up and said, fuck, I can't get to work. But it depends. But if you spend a good portion of your free time and things like that, yeah. And Stranger Things, they played D&D pretty heavily, you know, before constantly fighting otherworldly dimensional monsters. But before that, they were, you know, pretty heavily in the, you know, games and tech. But they would also be classified as geeks because that's back in the like 70s or whatever and shit and things. And they had also interests in like the AV club and other things. So it would be a little bit different. Gamer didn't come into terms a lot later on, but that's the point. Your free time will be generally spent on that. Your free time isn't spent a lot on gaming. You're playing more just for the fun, but also like for money, which hopefully you have been as well. I'm gonna get you Diamond Den. Diamond Den's a good one. Listen, I'm gonna get you Diamond Den today. The reason why is you can keep playing what you have. I'm still playing my Goblin game, even though the thing for more money is over. Like I said, I got the $12 because I got the level 35, but I couldn't get to the level 48 for 15. But I still play it because I like that game. But I'm gonna give you Diamond Den. Diamond Den is a good one. It has a lot of options, especially for you. Because like I said, I've been playing some of these games for so long and all this stuff that some of them I already played, so I can't qualify for you. You'll pretty much qualify for all the games. I'm gonna show you definitely the Golden Goblins and the other one I played, the Call of Heroes. I want to show you those two for sure, because that's the one I got the 200 real easy. So we gonna do that at some point and get that $200. Because if we can do that right now when it comes in time, that'd be good. Because I need to have this $500 and that stuff ready if this place accepts us. So we need this money. So that's why I said it'd be good if you can get at least that like 4 days this week or something. If it's there, but if it ain't, you know, do what we can. I just wish we didn't lose the ID. There's just so many things that's just not right. It's like some weeks, your hours and stuff and days are just too short. There's not things going on. And then Christmas holidays and stuff. And then you about to have soon spring break. Hopefully we'll be figuring out where we're at before that. We're about to have spring break. If you're still in the hourly position, you're not paid for that. I'll be paid for my break. You won't. So I want to get you into something before that happens. If we had any of that, you either more hours or if at least you didn't have your ID situation going on, it would have been already set and good.
Why do we have a geology book? Yeah, Leonard, did you throw a children's party while I was in Texas?
Wait, what's wrong with geology?
I put this in a way you'll understand.
He thinks it's the lowest form of science next to biology.
Really? Oh yeah.
Well, geology
He's into physics, but she's theoretical physics.
Have you considered studying standard model physics?
You want me to give up string theory for something that's less advanced? You know, why don't you break up with Penny and start dating a brown bear?
Yeah.
Like you could get a brown bear.
I've got a good job. I could buy salmon. You don't know.
You got a good job. I could buy salmon. You don't know. See, that's what you gotta do, dude. You gotta roll with jokes sometimes. I mean, if it's not your type of personality, it's cool. I like people who are like that. That's why I like the coworker I was telling you that knows Dustin and stuff, because she has a sense of humor similar to mine and stuff. But I'm like, I could joke with this one. And then, because, like, when we were out later, walking down the hall, she's...
BAM!
Oh, man. That just probably scared the entire neighborhood. You just scared the entire neighborhood.
Scared myself.
Because you're in that corner. You getting every sound echo from every bounce in there.
Maybe something new to study will find you.
What was it saying?
Sorry, I try to stop. I try to.
Hit me over the head one day.
How does that happen?
A bully chased
Oh yeah, the girl that I was talking about. So she's walking back to classroom. I walk back to classroom. She said, like, why are you stalking me? And I'm like, because that's what I do. And don't worry about the glowing eyes you see in the grass in the backyard. She's like, what? She's like, why are you joking like this? I'm like, you started it. She's like, I did. I'm like, because this is how it is. I'm already an adaptive person, but that's my general personality. If you flow with my jokes and my storyline, we gonna have fun. Like, you playing along with the story. You started this.
This is making me crazy. I know you from somewhere.
So I said, you started. She's like, yeah, I did. I'm like, yeah, see, it wasn't me. You started this shit.
What was that like?
The most incredible experience of my life. Up there in the space station with your
Oh
house.
my god, I remember.
Can I finish my astronaut story?
It was 4 years ago.
Please don't say it.
We were set up on a blind date.
Please don't say it.
You came to my apartment.
You're sick. What happened? Okay, I'll say it. I was on the way to pick her up. My stomach felt a little funny. And when I got there, I asked if I could use the bathroom.
Please don't say it.
Please don't say it.
One roll of toilet paper, and 20 minutes later, I was so humiliated. I snuck out the window and never saw her again.
Left.
My security deposit.
Damn, what you eat?
I tried to unclog it, but you didn't have a plunger and water was spilling out everywhere.
Hell, what did you eat? You had a bad time. If you had to run like that too, because it's all flat and shit.
Fine. All my friends love this story. They call you Clockzilla.
Clockzilla. I got
Clockzilla. It's alright. Most people have embarrassing stories, although I find some weirdos have more embarrassing stories than any of us. You're like, that story should just be buried. You should just bury that story. It never happened, okay? Empty room. Empty room.
Empty room.
Empty room. Empty room. Empty room. Well, there's no one on the other side, so he can't go Penny or Leonard on the days. It's just an empty room. Empty room. Empty room. Even when he's a little fucked up and stuff, he still has to knock on the door 3 times. And if there's nobody, he just says empty room. Some way around it. Cool.
She's scary, but it's a cute scary.
So he doesn't have to say hello. Or are you gonna say hello? Hello.
Well, when you hit Penny, 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 but there's nobody to answer, so even fucked up and stuff, he's just empty room, empty room. It's the fact that he's doing it 3 times.
He doesn't know if there's nobody there. He doesn't.
He probably does. I think it was his room or something, things. You know it's an empty room if it's your own room or something, things. I expect this room to be empty when I come into it. If I'm fucked up at the door knocking, I might do that too. Although the amount of stuff I would need to knock my ass out. Considering my behaviors and methods now, I'd have to push past my... those limiters are locked in. They're almost some golden rule. I won't be able to do that. What? I'm waking up. What happened? Look over. He sees. Oh no.
Where is he?
What have I done? He didn't sleep with somebody. He just has a geology book on his bed. And he's trying to slip the arm out of the book.
Yo.
Huh?
I lost.
You need more upgrades. Better skills.
Retry. You try this. I tried it. Okay. Retry this. You're racing, like, you're just going on one, like it's a battle, it's like one person.
Battle
One
person.
Oh.
What that means.
It's just one person, there's only two people racing, you and another person.
Oh, you're talking about some battle and shit. Thanks. This is a straight up race me. Oh. Damn it, this is a duke it out. Are you crazy? Let's see. Acceleration for him. Picking up on a heck of a lot of speed. Even if you had the two nitrous, I guess you might not still be able to catch up to him. You can't win, or you just can't get to the end?
I can't win.
Okay, so you can get to the end. Alright, I see the issue and stuff and things. I don't need to play this.
Okay, well, oh, you see the issue? What's the issue? I mean, like,
You're not fast enough.
you need to
I
go
haven't messed
faster.
up at all, but like when we got around to a certain corner point, he left. And even if you had the two nitros, it might still not work. I'm still gonna get them, but real quick. But his speed and stuff is way above yours.
I think they're like professionals. Like, there's like a list of like people.
There is, but even when someone's higher some and stuff, it's still always a game when it comes down to the mechanics and stuff. Even when you sometimes have to pay for the big shit, or some games where even paying for it isn't worth it or can't do it. You have to wait a long time or something. Like the city builder games and stuff and things. It starts eventually being like 3 days for one building to get done, and it really is 3 days. You're like, fuck. That's the annoying part. That's what I'm having with my other game. I got like 12 days to get to level 22. I'm at level 16 right now. But everything is starting to take 3 days. And as I keep going up, it's going to start taking 5 days, 6 days. And I only have 12. So I have to get my speed ups and start working on my building development if I'm going to pull this off somehow. That's why most of the times I only do it for the prize up to level 15 usually. Because getting to 20 is just like almost impossible. It takes too much. You'd have to spend money a little bit and things, and not every game that works. Some of them doesn't just work yet.
Mucinex actually starts working at bedtime to fight your worst nighttime symptoms. And leaves your system fast. By the time you wake up, you're ready to take on the day.
What to do? Oh, it's the Baja Blast. You got this before? I thought you got this before.
It's the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored mark.
That's not even the question and the issue at the moment. All I said is I had 2 free and I had really one. You know I don't drink soda like that. So, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Valentine's Day sale.
How the hell did I do that? No idea.
Celebrate Valentine's
Yeah, who's me?
Oh, no.
smooth chocolate and crunchy hazelnut wrapped in gold.
Oink,
Happy
oink.
Valentine's Day from Parental.
Got you first.
Huh?
Got you first.
Yeah.
Yay. Which is that spicy kick. And the cilantro lime sauce takes you to a happy place.
But yeah, for me, even though some of it's monetary for the most part, I play games all day. You know, I play 2K for hours on hours and sometimes Fortnite. And then I play my phone games. I spend most of my free time playing my phone games. I'm definitely a classified gamer. I'm just not like a heavy gamer.
Not a heavy one?
Yeah, I definitely would put certain levels to it. It don't have to be like 20 levels, but I'd put like a 2 or 3 tier, like heavy, medium, low. Low would be like, you qualify because all your free time does go to it, but you're just not like into everything that includes it, like Twitch and Discord and, you know, you play 20 different games and, you know.
Okay, different game.
As long as you got yourself in your game. As long as you consider yourself one. Yeah.
gotta do it. You need to do it. You can.
MSC cruise isn't just a vacation, it's a full
I gotta stretch. Oh. Ow. Dang.
That'll feel good later.
It feels good now.
Sometimes you need that help, but sometimes you really do just gotta bring that thing out of stuff. I told you that's when I sometimes get locked up too. That'd be that stretch I do, so that's when I'm landing. Do that overextend and I take it all the way out and then I fall apart and I just can't move for a second. Like, oh, it feels so good. That's what you just gotta do at that moment. You gotta try and just get it as far apart as out as you can. And as far as out, far back, whatever. Like, just extend everything when you feel that mood, because that's what your body needs. Sometimes I get that in like the mornings and stuff, especially on these acids. That's how I wake up, and sometimes I feel it, and that's what that stretch be. That first one, I just go as far as I can up. Get up there fast. Sometimes your body needs that. It feels like it's getting tight in, so you need to spread it
I
out.
think because we just had food and
And then remember, as we get older too, that's what happens, and arthritis and all that stuff kicks in. That's why it's important to do yoga and other stuff, keep you flexible. So sometimes that's why we need that little extra pull and stretch. Our bodies feel tight, and we feel everything kind of finally loosening up. So I'm like, oh, ooh, old.
we are old. I went to everywhere. What?
Oh, no idea.
What a jackass.
What a jackass. Oh, that was Stephen Hawkins.
Steve Hawkins?
Yes, Stephen
I'm studying
Hawkins.
one-celled organisms to try and find the neurochemicals that lead to the feeling of shame.
Well, what do one-celled organisms have to be embarrassed for? Sam is all about getting out of the car without a door.
Steve is awesome.
Okay, it's sometimes how we wear words let it out.
Good.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So sister and husband.
I think it's awful. Why would you say that? Your dad is a successful microbiologist. You should be celebrating her achievements. I just don't think a professional woman should have to flaunt her sexuality in order to get ahead.
Captain America and Bravely World. So then Power Challenge. Such a good time. Such a good time. So much fun.
Maybe it's different in the world of sales, but
Ready? Thank you. Thank you for enjoying my videos.
Right.
Oh. I'm going to everywhere. Said that I said things that the 14 years and years ago extension started. So we built a pyramid, math, science, history, and reveling the mystery. It all started with a big bang, bang.
Unraveling the digits and all started with a big bang. Booty bang.
Booty bang.
Booty, 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 booty.
Booty, 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 rock it
It's your
down.
chance to do the hump.
Do me, baby.
Do the hump, come on, do the hump. What you doing? I'm about to run. The image of a style that you used to. I look for me, see, and I'm like,
What is that? Yo, shy.
Ask your doctor about Pluvicto, a different type of treatment for PSA positive medicine.
Oh.
PSA positive cancer cells, so you
You can mess with the goat. I love that one. I just hated that but I still love that they still gave Channing Tatum the beginning part. Let him be in the beginning, and then that was it. You know. Was that the TV or was that actually outside?
Huh?
I heard a cop car or an ambulance. Was that the TV or outside?
It was outside.
Oh.
Flavor.
Flavor Flav! Freak out!
Oh, school ain't out yet. You're a little early.
They're a little early.
Wolf out. Go to the Great Wolf. Wolf out. This ain't Teen Wolf.
I still need to watch it. I want to rewatch it. I want to rewatch it. I didn't finish it all the way. I finished it.
I'll watch it tomorrow. I'll go movie marathon. And I'll play with you everywhere.
What was the movie that we was going to watch again that you suggested? I mean, what we was going to watch that you suggested?
Don't know.
But I said I'm not sure that I'm not sure if I don't know it. Oh,
Every kiss begins with
K. Like button to right click. Blue vibes is not activity is undertow. Big but best, never the rest. Big is better and better is best.